Hi everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to another layout video. Today I have a picture of the most delicious treat that we ate in Peru. It was called chuta, I believe, and I'm certain I'm mispronouncing that, so don't hold me to it. But the best way I can describe it is it was like a Hawaiian roll with dulce de leche in the middle, and it was enormous and fantastic. So definitely worth documenting. Now, what I'm doing here is I have a piece of paper from Pebbles. It almost looks like, well, at least I thought it kind of looked like a colorful cheetah print. And then I have this kind of weird circle made from paper that was in Amy Tangerine's Brave and Bold collection. Now, this weird circle came out of my scrap bin. I used the outside of it in another layout, and I thought the colors coordinated nicely, and I was going to make this one work with this layout too. I've been keeping my scrap bin on my desk to try to encourage myself to use it more because it was recently getting like way too full. And I took a whole bunch of things out, and now I'm, kept the things I thought I would use and trying to actually use them. So actually, all of the little papers and things that you see, except for the 12 by 12 paper, came out of the scrap bin, so I'm feeling kind of proud of myself. So I used this orange. This is from the Bungalow Lane 6 by 8 pad. It is foiled with the, gold plus signs, which I don't know, I kind of like how it looks. And with the rainbowness in the on the white paper, I think it works out really well. And this journaling box was also in the scrap bin. It came from the tags, like 12 by 12 paper that was also in the Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold collection. So that was fantastic. And it had little, fake notebook, perforations or whatever, but I thought it would look better if they were real. So I used my little notebook edge punch to make my journaling box. I just wrote about this delicious treat, and it also happened to be my husband's birthday on the day that we got it, so I was like, a nice little birthday treat, a great way to start the day, and really was delicious. We tried to bring one home, but it turns out it was a different kind of gigantic bread. But that's okay. It was still good. Not as good as this. This was fantastic, and it will be forever burned in my brain and possibly on my taste buds as a fantastic treat. I would go back to Peru just for this, and many other reasons. But I am getting this down. I do decide to pop up the top half on foam tape, but I keep the bottom half flat, which was a little different, but I kind of like how it creates a little bit of unusual dimension. Now, you can see I have two of these sparkly, they're chipboard thickers, and obviously one has seen better days. It's nearly used up, and I decided to spell out "so yummy." I wanted it to say delicious, but the letters were not going to work out for that. So yummy it was, and it used up a lot of my letters on the page that, was almost done. Now, this is my new toy. It is an Amy Tangerine watercolor set. It is her first one, not the one from Brave and Bold, but that's okay. And I am using it to kind of create, I guess, like a backdrop, a shelf, a placeholder for my title, because obviously that left side of the page is really white, and I want it to have a little more interest. So I made it mostly purple, this little box area, but then I added some pink to it, and it's watercolors, and while it is absorbing into the paper, it's blending together too, and it may be a little tough to see that, but I like how it turns out. I like that you can still see the pattern through it, so it looks, cohesive with the rest of the layout. I think of it almost like a colorful vellum swatch, which maybe, you like this kind of thing. Maybe you don't. I like how it turns out. I know it is kind of hard to see the letters. I think that's just because they're so sparkly. Here in person, it's extremely easy to read the letters. Um, just, again, it says so yummy. And it doesn't completely fit, which at first kind of bothered me, but you know what? I just had it go onto my photo just a little bit, and then I have it so that the letters are staggered just a little bit, so that they fit into each other a little bit better. And I like how that works. This whole layout is a little bit mismatched and very colorful, and there's stuff going on everywhere. So I think it fits, fits the theme here. Now, I'm trying to take a few more scraps out of my bin and use them somehow. And ultimately, I decide this pink and teal paper, I believe it's a Simple Stories, another piece from the scrap bin, but I put it, do the little tearing technique and put it together. And I like how it looks. It just gives you a little bit more to look at there up at the top. Some different colors, some contrasting colors, and I just like how it looks. It's not anything too special, and it is another great way to keep using my scraps. Now I get out my washi tape bin, and this is kind of overflowing, but I wanted some like solid color tape. Now this one, you can see it's a thick tape, came from Joann's from the party section. I don't know if it's archival quality, so that may not be great, but you know what, I use it anyway. And when I go over it, I actually double it up because it's really thin and you could see the print through it, and that's not what I wanted. So I doubled it up, and then I put on this pink tape, and it is nearly solid pink. I mean, there's a very, very, very subtle pattern on it, but even looking at it in person, I can't see it. So I think that just kind of grounds my layout a little bit more. It's so that everything isn't kind of, flying off in this colorful space. And I like how it looks. I also add a little, epoxy sticker. It's got a cute little rainbow. It's from Pink Fresh. And I thought the colors went together well. I'm not normally one for rainbows, but they're super in right now, and I've got a lot of them. So might as well use it on a super colorful layout. So I've got, sort of like a few clusters. I guess it's not really like the nice 3 clusters. I've got my title there with another little heart epoxy badge. I've got a little sticker cluster up here. That sticker says yes please, and I thought that was very appropriate for this. Again, using another tag from the scrap bin and another sticker from a sticker sheet that's almost finished. And then I've got my little journaling area, and I will add another sticker here coming up. I have these My Mind's Eye chipboard stickers that I've had for quite a while, and I really like using them. I just, still have quite a few. So I ultimately decided to use this blue and green plus sign arrow. I think it just added more contrast. I really liked the orange arrow, but it was almost, it was almost the same color as my background, or I guess my mat rather, for my photo, which was just too much orange. So I decided against it. And then I like adding this little flower up here. I think it just brings everything together. Now I'm almost finished here, but I do want to take a thick pen to kind of outline the layout in black. And I ultimately decide that my best choice that I have is a Crayola fine point marker. So, I'm like, why not? And it's a little bit thicker than any of my other markers, and I think it works really well. I outline the entire layout, and then I go ahead and outline every part of my little circle. I think it just makes everything stand out a little more, which is necessary because there's just so much color and so much going on. But I think outlining it really helps it and kind of finishes it off. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.